I feel like Superman, they gon' remember me. I think I know I can. Who says it's hard to reach? Who's gonna stop me on the road to success? I don't know.
What's up, guys? It's Justin Owens. Man, I gotta tell you right now, look, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped because of the message I gotta share with you guys today. Look, you're gonna need this going into 2017. I gotta share with you all something that is going to impact a lot of people. Let me tell you why. Because there's so many people that's going through it. Look, I've been traveling around the country. I meet people in different areas, man, and I see it, man. I feel it. People are frustrated. They feel like they can't accomplish anything. Some people scared. Like I'm seeing, man, all of my Facebook posts and Instagram and all these different areas, people are frightened. They're nervous. They stop believing. They don't even feel like they deserve things anymore. Like I've talked to some people, like as I've been traveling, they don't even feel like they deserve to become successful. Right? We were having a conversation, we were having a little event, and a young lady started telling us her story of how she got over and how she started to believe my kids could have a better life if I wasn't around. Man, if she wasn't there anymore, if she wasn't in their life anymore, if she wasn't living anymore, then they would be better off without her. My family could do so much more if I wasn't a burden on them. And I started to understand, man, like how so many people sometimes get down on themselves that they start believing something that's not the truth. They start believing stuff that's not really the reality. And I got to tell you guys, if you ever believe that, if you got somebody around you that's believed it, maybe sometimes you got somebody that's dealing with depression. Look, guys, I got to tell you right now, there's a lot of people that's depressed, don't even know it. Why? Because they start talking to themselves. They start listening to themselves and started listening to things. Like, I got a question for you. Who are you listening to? Right? Because if you're listening to yourself and that's the kind of stuff that you're giving yourself, guess what? You're going to be in a bad spot. But the nice thing for her is that she started getting around a group of people that can help her change her mentality. That can help her to think differently. Let me tell you something that maybe nobody's ever told you before. If you're watching a video, right? Maybe nobody's ever told you that you can do something, that you can be more. But I want to tell you that no matter what you're trying to accomplish, you deserve it. Like I don't care if nobody in your life has ever told you. Sometimes you need somebody to just tell you, like, look, you're great. Look, you're special. You can accomplish something. I'm here to tell you today, you deserve whatever it is that you want. What happened for me, ladies and gentlemen, is I got to a point where I not only believed that I could accomplish things, but I started getting to a point where I felt like I deserved it. Like where I could see it. And I could feel it, and that's one of the things that I had to do. When I had dark spots in my life, when things were dark in my life, I had to be able to speak light into it. Like, so you got to start speaking life into your darkness. When things are in a dark spot, you got to start telling yourself the truth in those situations. Just what do you mean tell yourself the truth? Look, here's the reality. Where you are is not who you are. Right? If you got a negative bank account, if you got poor relationships, that's not you. Right? That's just some stuff that's going on around you. You're not your bank account. You're not the car you drive. You're not where you live. You're not any of that stuff. And you got to stop connecting yourself to all these different things that you're not. So what did I do? I started speaking life into my situation. I stopped saying, Justin, you know what? You're not your bank account. Guess what? Your bank account might be negative. Guess what? You're positive. That's the truth, right? So you might be in a tough situation, but guess what? That's not the truth. The truth is you're going to be out of it. Look, you got to start looking. If you're going through some health challenges right now, you say, look, I don't know how I can do it. I'm tired. I'm tired of going through it. You got to start talking to yourself every single day and speak life into you. Speak light into your situation. Say, you know what? My situation I might be in a tough situation right now, but guess what? I'm getting out of it. I might be in a bad spot, but guess what? My health is getting better every single day. You're in a bad relationship. Do the same thing. Stop speaking darkness on darkness. Look, anybody can speak negativity on negativity. That don't take any type of skill. You don't got to be special to talk bad about something that's bad. What it takes skill to do is when something's negative, talk positive about it. That's what happened for me in my life. People say, Justin, how did you go from, you didn't have any college degree, right? You didn't have any secular training. What did you have? Look, I started surrounding myself around mentors, and I got to a point where I didn't have a job, right? I've been doing this for over 12 years, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? Got to a point where now I run multi-million-dollar companies. How did you do it? The stuff I'm telling you right now, I believed it. I saw it, right? And what I started to do is I got to a point where I started envisioning, I started seeing my future, but I was grinding in my present. I'm going to say that again. I started seeing my future. I was visualizing it. I was feeling it on every single day, but I grind in my current situation every single day. And guess what? One day I woke up and I was where I was visualizing. One day I woke up and everything that I wanted in my life, I had it. You got to do the same thing. You got to stop visualizing darkness when you're in darkness. Don't take no skill to do that. And stop quitting. I get people coming to me like, Justin, man, I'm so tired of starting over every year. I'm tired of starting over. I said, look, if you're tired of starting over, stop quitting. Like, everybody quits. I used to be a habitual quitter. Every time something got difficult, I quit. Every time I ran into a challenge, I run. Every time I ran into some type of a speed bump, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, I would run. And I said, you know what, Justin, man, you know what happens when you quit. Find what happened if you stay. Find out what happened in your life if you just stay through some stuff. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, I ain't smarter than most people. I wasn't the best dresser when I started. I wasn't the best speaker or none of that stuff. But what did I do? When most people quit, I kept going. When everybody else found a reason to quit, I found a reason to keep going. And then you do that over years after years after years. And then people come up to you like, man, how did you do it overnight? Man, overnight was 12 years. Man, overnight is still going. It don't happen overnight, but what happens is you just stop quitting. Because one thing's for sure, you'll never be successful being a quitter. So here's what I want you to do, right? I want you to write out your goals, right? And I want you to start seeing it. I want you to not only see it, but I want you to feel it. I want you to put some emotion in there. Start seeing the car that you want. Start seeing that good health. Start seeing that good relationship. And then start feeling it. How would you feel when you pull up in that car? How would you feel when you get that new equipment for your business? How are you going to feel being healthy? How are you going to feel passing that test? How are you going to feel getting that degree? How are you going to feel moving out that neighborhood? How is that experience going to be when you change your life forever? How are your kids going to be? How are they going to live? Start visualizing it, start seeing it, and start, guess what? Y'all see it already, right? Start believing it. So how did I do it? I believed it. I found a way to believe when sometimes nobody else believed in me. I stopped looking for other people to believe in me, and I said, look, I believe in me. So guess what? The day your life will change, when you wake up and you know what, you didn't need another book, you didn't need another video, you didn't need another year to come, you didn't need nothing else to come but for you to look inside of yourself and say, you know what, self, this is it. I'm changing my life. And when that happens, man, everything will change for you, I promise you. So here's what I encourage you to do, right? As you step into another set of goals, as you step into the new vision of yourself, write out what you want. See it, feel it, believe it. You already know why by now, and that's because I truly believe you deserve it. Have a nice one. They just automatically started at the top. And what they don't understand is that all of us have had failures, disappointments, and even haters. But what most people, maybe you just take a vacation from them. Here's what I'm here to tell you. It's okay. There's gonna be things that come up. People say, look, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see why you're doing that. Do it